Can't wait to hear you try and quote her German term.
I'm not. No way. Nope.
Josh is like, nope.
Did not even bother.
Josh is like, I will make notes about every other little thing. Not that.
Nope. Not that at all, sir.
Shit.
All right. Here we go. Welcome back, all you crazy mother lovers. We're here with a brand new episode of Last Call at McLaren's. Shall I say it? The best damn How I Met Your Mother podcast on the internet. I don't care what anybody says. It's true to me. I hope it's true to you. I am your host, Josh, here with my best bud, John. How you doing?
I'm here. I mean, I'm still waiting for the cease and desist to come in about the freaking we're the best damn like they're gonna be like, listen, stop it. Stop. And you're going to be like, but we're the best. And they're going to be like, no, you're not. And we're going to be like, but we are. We'll put it even in there.
Prove it, bitch.
Prove it. And they're going to be like, all right, well, in order, it goes this one, this one, this one, this one. You're here. This one, this one.
I would just be like, and that's your opinion, sir.
And then I'll come in with a massive super kick and be like, fuck.
There it is, folks. Super kick to the face. And we are here to super kick you in the face with season 3, episode 10, The Yips. That's right.
The Yips.
I enjoyed this episode, so I'm excited to talk about it. It's especially coming off of Slapsgiving. You know, we're still on a bit of a high from that episode. So it'll be.
Are we?
I think we're going to carry some good energy into this one to talk about some of the exploits of one Barney Stinson. And
this is a Barney heavy episode.
It is. It really is.
Like, it's not very often you get a Barney centric, like him sense, like a Barney story arc.
It's true. No, yeah. And it dives into, like, we got, we learned some of his past in previous episodes, but now it fills in a bit more of those blanks. So it's always good for that. Oh yeah. Like I said, it's going to be season 3, episode 10, The Yips, which originally aired on November 26th of 2007. Directed, of course, by P. Fry herself, Pamela Fry, man.
Fry.
I would love to interview her and be like, yo, P. Fry, what's up?
P. Fry!
I don't know if I could stop myself from saying it.
Though, you don't ever call her P. Fry. I call her P. Fry.
It's true. I mean, I have been the last few episodes just because it's a great one. I mean, you came up with a good one, man. You came up with a good one. It's written.
It reminds me of Dory finding the mask in Finding Nemo. P. Sherman.
P. Sherman, yeah. Yeah. That's good. But it's different. And I like it. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
All right. This episode was written by Jamie Ronheimer, who started writing episodes of How I Met Your Mother during season 2 with Aldrin Justice and Lucky Penny. Went on to write some other good episodes like Old King Clancy and Robots versus Wrestlers. A couple of really good ones there. And a nice little tidbit here, as we just did last week. We just did the Slapsgiving episode. I thought it was an interesting fact to note that Jamie would go on to write Slapsgiving 2, Revenge of the Slap.
Shit.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah, we'll definitely see them again. So the summary for this one, the gang joins a gym. Barney suffers a loss of confidence after learning that the woman he lost his virginity to wasn't as impressed as he thought. So I am going to start this off with 5 simple words that they will later regret, John. We should join a gym.
Join a gym. Yep.
They're everywhere in this show. Even before that episode comes up. They are all over the place. I love it.
Yeah.
Every time I find one, I'm like, I got to point it out. It's always good to do. So the episode starts off with future Ted telling his kids about the time he joined a gym. We flash to 2007, where Ted answers the door, and it's a pizza guy. And so he runs to his room because he forgot his wallet. And when he gets back, he is so winded that he doesn't even want to go back for his coupon. And then he says he just shame ate the entire pizza. I mean, I can't say that I haven't done that. I mean, just saying. I can't say I haven't done that.
I love his description of waking up after the pizza eating. He's like, my sheets look like the pizza paper under the pizza, like covered in grease.
No, it was it's like that paper that you used to wrap the meat, the sandwich at a deli or whatever. Yeah. And you can see on Neil's face that he's about to break there. And then they cut the camera angle and he's like back to just normal kind of, Barney look. But like he's like getting ready to break and laugh after Ted says that, which I thought was really a really funny catch. So Ted suggests that maybe he should join a gym, and Barney takes him to his gym where he goes to hit on out of shape women in hopes that when they're finally in shape, he'll be able to sleep with them. He calls it his investment.
I mean, it's a hell of an investment.
I mean, it really is. And Barney has this whole setup going, man. Like he's got all these girls, he's working all these different angles in there, which I think is really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So many. Then we go over to the bar and they're all talking and they all decide that they should join a gym together.
Yeah.
And we go to the gym. Marshall, he's getting himself a trainer. It's this like short brunette woman, and Lily thinks she's too hot to be his trainer. She's getting kind of jealous. And he starts doing the training, and she kind of turns into like a tyrant.
Dude, so much.
Like real bad.
Is it crazy though? Because I mean, maybe this is just me. I didn't find her pretty.
I mean, I thought she was pretty. But more so before she started being angry. It's just, and this goes for everybody, men and women. When you have an angry face, your look changes.
That is true.
And I don't think people are very attractive when they have the angry face on. It's just, it makes everybody less attractive, in my opinion. No. It's like, you want me to fuck you. Don't be angry with me, whether you're a guy or a girl. Don't be angry with me. Come on. I'm just saying.
So you've never had angry sex then?
No, I have not.
Man.
So she starts yelling at him and makes him do 100 push-ups, like right off the bat. And I agree with Marshall. Like, there aren't that many people who can just like, boom, first day at the gym, you're doing 100 push-ups.
No, but I love his response though. She's like, do 100 push-ups. He's like, okay, how many you want me to do?
Yeah.
And she's like, 100. And he's like, oh, I thought that was like, drop and give me like 1 billion. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, usually when somebody says give me 100, it means give me 100. Like,
yeah, like 1 billion. That's obviously like, completely over exaggeration. 100, while very difficult for most people, is still doable in some sense. You may die. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
Question though,
but
is it in a row or is it like sets of 10?
I don't know. It seemed like she just wanted him to do a flat 100. Like,
I don't think I could do
straight
it. I mean,
out.
I can't do a push-up now to save my life anyway, but like even in like peak conditioning, I don't know that I could have done 100 in a row.
Yeah, I know. I
might have been able
have.
to like squeeze through like 10, taking a break, got another 10, but not in a row.
Yeah. Taking those needed breaks, breaking it up into sets, that's key, I think, for it. Because I know I would never have been able to do 100 in a row. But there are people out there who can. You know, good for them.
Could you have handled 37 in a row?
In my prime days, maybe. That's possible. In a row. It's very possible. I'll just line them up like circus seals, sir. She actually has one of the best lines out of this entire episode here. Yeah. Where she's like, "Do you smell that? Smells like there's a little bitch in my gym. Are you being a little bitch in my gym?" And every time I watched the episode, that line made me just die. I cracked up laughing every time. You smell a little bitch in my gym? Are you being a little bitch in my gym? Oh, good stuff. So Robin shows up to the gym, no makeup or anything, like loose-fitting gym gear. And everybody, like Ted, Lily, and even though Barney, the one time he like sees her like that, they just like rag on her for it.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of funny.
Barney's, I thought, was the funniest because he just walks up and he's
like,
"I'm Barney." Oh, hey, dude, I'm Barney, and then that's it. It just nothing else. No, it's like, did he actually think it was just a dude, or was he making fun of her because of it? We don't really know.
No, I don't think he realized it was Robin. He wasn't focused. He was set in on what he was set in on.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not like he was paying attention.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, remember there's the one episode where they do the opening and Barney's sitting at the table and they realize that Barney can get his way through a conversation just by quoting old sitcom titles. It's kind of like that. He was so focused on this where he's like, "Oh, hey dude, what's up? I'm Barney." Like, I'm like, fuck, man, that's great.
Absolutely. Like I said, Barney comes over. He tells them that he just saw Rhonda, the woman that he lost his virginity to, and she doesn't remember him. And this kind of throws him for a little bit of a loop.
He goes on a little bit of a downward spiral.
Yeah, absolutely. So after the opener, Marshall is complaining about his trainer. Barney is stressing out about Rhonda not remembering him, and he tells their story. So we get a quick flashback to 1998, and we see the breakup of him and Shannon. Quick kind of overview of that, and then Barney goes to see his brother James, which was apparently before he came out as gay, and he tells Barney that he needs to go out and find a girl to have sex with. Yeah. And he suggests Rhonda, the man maker.
Yeah, and then we get a little backstory on the man maker.
Yes. So we flash to 1981. Rhonda is at Barney and James's house playing cards with them, chatting with their mom, and telling her about all her sexual exploits.
Yeah. I love the way she like phrases some of it. I let him snake my drain, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. The last one was funny. She's like, the Chinese food guy. I just had sex with him. I couldn't come up with a clever way. It was just like 20 minutes ago. But I have an interesting little note here.
Okay.
This is the first time that Barney's mom, that her name is mentioned, but it's not Loretta. Rhonda calls her Patty.
Oh yeah,
because they've never mentioned her name before this point.
Oh shit!
So this is technically the first time they've mentioned her name, but it was Patty at this point.
Huh?
And I couldn't find anything as to why, if it was just a goof or what. But I mean, eventually, obviously, we know her name is Loretta. But so Barney then shows up at Rhonda's door. and she grabs him, pulls him inside, and they have sex. She says it rocked her world. It was the best sex that she ever had.
Best sex she ever had.
And this puts Barney kind of like on the path to who he is, who he becomes today. And then we go back to the gym. Marshall's doing push-ups when Lily says that she's got a trainer now too. Yeah. And this guy, this dude is creepy. And we find out later on.
He's doing sit-ups.
Oh yeah, he's doing sit-ups. But this dude is creepy. And we find out later on why. But he's like, we're going to stretch her out. And he's doing like these real deep, like getting in there, like awkwardly, almost sexual type of stretches and stuff. And it's like,
I love the last one because Marshall comes up. He's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, he's just like, she's just like hanging by her legs from his neck. And he's just like, It's like, what? Yeah.
Like she should have known at that point this dude was like.
Spoiler alert, folks. This guy was not a trainer and had no affiliation with that gym.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Because he's giving Marshall the eye. Like when each time he sits up, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
I mean, some trainers are like that. They're like, yeah, look at me get this girl. Look at me fuck up on your girl.
That's messed up.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, it's messed up. Barney goes to talk to Rhonda to try to get her to remember him. And then she reveals that she lied about it being the best sex that she ever had because his brother James slept with her in exchange for her taking his virginity and making him feel good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she still can't get his name right and called him Barry.
The whole time, dude, she barely calls him by the right name.
Yeah.
So close, but yet so far.
Yeah. And it's like, James, he was just being, a good big brother, trying to look out for Barney, getting him what he felt he needed to get for him. And it worked, obviously, for a very long time. And if he had never seen Rhonda again, he would have never had a problem.
Nope.
But
what they say, though? All this, everything happens for a reason.
It's true. It's true. And because of this new information, he gets the yips after this, man. So we go to the bar, and Marshall, again, complaining. He's going to continue to complain about this trainer to Lily. And Ted and Robin come in. Lily tells him that he needs to call her and quit. But he's too afraid to do it, so Lily decides she's going to do it. And she lays into this lady.
So badly.
Like, I'm like, holy shit. But it still doesn't work.
Nope. I love Lily's reaction to this because she hangs up and then she looks at Marshall. She's like, you might want to get down there. She sounds pissed.
Yeah, she's like, all I'm baby, you might want to get down there.
All I'm thinking in my head is Marshall thought the workouts before were bad. They're about to be 100 times worse.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not going to hold back on you, man. Then Barney comes in, and he seems okay at first, after his talk with Rhonda, and he reveals that he has 3 tickets to the Victoria's Secret fashion show after party. Woo-hoo! And he's going to take Ted, and Marshall asks Lily if he can go. I love her reasoning for letting him go.
You're too sore to do anything. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was because I thought about this when that line goes across in the episode. And I'm like, it makes you wonder if Marshall was 100% himself. You think she would have? She clearly probably wouldn't have let him go. But what was the reasoning? He probably doesn't have a shot with some supermodel.
Yeah. Plus, it's Marshall. He's not gonna do anything.
No.
You know what I mean? He's just not.
No.
He's not that kind of guy.
Not that guy. Yeah, exactly.
No. And so they get to the after party, and Marshall's there with them, right? But then they break off, and you never see him again at the party.
And I thought that too. I was like,
you don't even see him in the background.
Nope,
he's just gone. It wouldn't surprise me if he got overwhelmed, turned around, and left.
Oof, I could see that.
You know
I
what I mean?
thought about maybe he because he's sore. So I'm wondering if, like, maybe, like, in character, he went and sat down somewhere and he just couldn't get up.
Just found a... Oh, man, a great scene after that would have been, like, the people are, like, cleaning up after a party, and he's just still there. Kind of like Barney on the train
the
after
bus.
the...
Or the train, yeah.
That would have been a funny scene, but yeah, we never see him again. But
and we never saw Marshall again.
It's true. But Barney and Ted we see, and they try to hit on various models throughout the night. Barney screws it up every time.
Every time.
Yep, realizing he has the yips now, man.
Yips.
Do you have a favorite one that he does?
Yes.
Throughout this, what's your favorite one?
Heidi Klum.
Oh, okay. So I mean, we're about to get to that one, but
I mean, yeah, I like the one before that too, where like Ted's like,
the one who can't speak English. Yeah,
the one who doesn't speak English very well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, those are great honkers," and she's like, "Honkers? What are those?" And he's like, "I mean, these right here." I just want to be like, "Ooh!"
And it's funny because like he says that, and she's like, "I don't know what that word is. Do you want to dance?" And like so, like he could have gotten away with the first mistake.
Oh yeah.
And then he just leans into it. He leans into it like a kid playing baseball, leaning into the pitch.
So hard. But then, yeah, I love the Heidi Klum one because, like, Heidi's obviously been there. Heidi knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
and then I love that, like, Heidi gives him the pep talk and walks away. And I love how Barney's instant reaction is wow, I just made out with Heidi Klum.
And Ted's like, what? He's like, Ted, come on. Okay? Like just give this to me.
Right? Like I'm having a fucking of a time right now. I made out with Heidi Klum.
Yeah, just give this to me. I love Heidi Klum after she gives the advice, right? She's just like, ooh, tiny hamburgers.
Yeah.
And walks off. She's too funny, man. I love her. She's awesome.
So I love that in this episode, by the way, there's a planted seed to something that comes up later on, by the way. It doesn't happen here. I'll get to it when we get there. But you saying that made me think of. So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just pop in whenever it comes up.
Yeah, I will.
Heidi Klum suggests that he needs to go and have sex with Ron. Like, conquer that mountain, you know?
Blow her load.
Yeah, man. Give her the best sex she's ever had. Make it a reality. And so we head over to the bar. Barney's wandering around. He's in his sweats. He's miserable. One of the few times that we see him outside of a suit, not including like Halloween costumes and play in costumes that he uses for plays. There's only a handful of times where he's just like out of a suit like that. You know, there's the episode where he's sick. There's the episode with the girl with Stacy Keebler.
Yep.
And I think there's a couple of other ones, but yeah, there's very few where it's just like the funeral episode.
Yeah.
Though as far as that goes, he does put a suit on for Marshall's dad's funeral.
He does.
But I think that's more out of respect for Marshall. But
I think so.
You know, I'm just saying, it was a thing he said that suits are not for funerals because they are supposed to be about life, living life, John. And so then we learn. This is where we learn that Lily's trainer was not an actual trainer.
Yeah, and I love how like it took her that long. Like it has to have been a couple days later.
Yeah, it's definitely been a couple days. So we get a flashback to the gym. Robin doing some bench pressing. She's really screaming him out, man. And Ted sees her like this, and he does this whole thing. He's like, "Thank you." He's like, "I want to thank you." She's like, "For what?" He's like, "I was worried that hanging out with my ex, would cause a whole lot of sexual tension." And he's just like, gone.
Such a fucking insult.
Which comes back to bite him in the ass later on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Deservingly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They then reveal that Ted hasn't actually done any working out while at the gym all week, even though everybody else has. He his
iPod
MP3,
dies.
yeah, it dies. He brought the wrong pair of shorts.
He had a massage.
He got a massage. I want to go to a fucking gym that just has an in-house massage that's like included with your membership. That's all. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd be hitting that up all the time. Hell's yeah. Then Lily makes Ted go and do workouts with Marshall's trainer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and she pushes him real hard and makes him cry. And then Robin sees him, and this is where it bites him in the ass. She just walks up to him, gone. And then that's it. So then we head over to the bar. Barney is sitting there having a drink when Rhonda walks in. Ted told her that he was having a tough time with everything, with the yips and everything. And Barney is struggling to understand, what was so bad about this first time, And, she tries to, console him and all this stuff. But then she's just like, maybe what you need is just have a conversation with a woman with no intention of scoring. And so they go back to her place and they play cards and they talk a bit. And then they both agree that it sucks and then they just sleep together.
This is the point, though. So this is the point where I noticed there is a seed planted for a later on moment.
Okay.
So she goes, haven't you ever had a moment where you just sit down with a woman and have a conversation with her and you don't expect any sex? And he goes, well, I did have one time where I sat down with so-and-so and sex wasn't intended.
Yeah.
And it comes back at one point where he's like, I don't remember how the exact wording goes, but he's like, I'm not allowed to talk about it because she wasn't
Secretary of State.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Madeleine Albright, I think is who it was. I think
so.
Yeah.
But it makes me fucking laugh because it comes up again, and I'm like, fucking bravo.
Yeah. And then so like I said, they have sex. According to her, he did rock her world this time, and Barney is back.
Barney's back.
Yeah. And then so to end the episode, we head to the bar. Ted is sore, just like Marshall was before. And the gang is happy with how they feel, after the first week of the gym. They're really, real pumped about it. And then future Ted reveals that they never went back again.
They never went back.
Nope, never went back again. And that, folks, was season 3, episode 10, The Yips. John, you got any last thoughts about the episode?
No, good episode though. I like it.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. It provides a little bit of Barney backstory, which is always fun to have. Yeah, so it's not one of those insanely awesome episodes like Slapsgiving. Is so good, but it's also not like a bottom tier episode either. I don't think
100%. I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, all right. So with that out of the way, it is that time again. It is time for Barney's blog.
Suit up, bitches.
That's right. And for this one, we are continuing on our 3-part Barney's blog that I started last episode. And this one is titled The Air Up There. and it was written Wednesday, April 5th of 2006 at 10:43 a.m. All right. So this one, like I said last week, it's going to reveal the winner of Barney's championship bracket that he did. And it starts right off.
If you don't remember the bracket, we will refresh the bracket really quick.
Yes, it's right here on the screen.
We are currently at distant but not cousin. Distant but hot cousin.
Yeah.
Taller than goes up against taller than you. We also have grieving widow versus librarian. Cheerleaders versus Asian chicks or alien chicks.
Alien chicks.
Farmers' daughters are taking on airline stewardess.
Yes. But the thing is, John, all we're going to get is the winner of this bracket.
I mean, that's fair, but I wanted to remind them who was at least in the running.
Now, who do you think out of those 8.
Farmer's Daughter all the way.
Farmer's Daughter all the way. Well, here it goes, John. Congratulations, taller than you, chick.
Wow.
You've won the 2006 NHCA Championship, which makes this officially the year of the tall chick.
Fair enough.
And it's funny because it goes with this episode. I didn't even realize that because he says, like I said, it says it makes this the official year of the tall chick. Fashion models, professional basketball players, Scandinavians, and Zimbabweans languish in obscurity no longer. But it includes fashion models, and we literally just spent some time with fashion models. So I thought that was kind of a nice little. It happened to the link a little bit. So it continues. It says, after years of being relegated to the sidelines and never getting a second date, you are finally a hot commodity. Kudos. I will now address my gentlemen readers. I know what you are thinking. I could never date a chick taller than myself. She's too clumsy. She's not aerodynamic. If there are no other points of reference and it's just the two of us standing there, people will think I'm really short. Like, even a mailbox would be helpful. Or how about a street sign? True, but also false. You don't need to be taller than your date. That's backwards thinking. You just need to fool everyone else into believing that you are. And it says, courtesy of a generous federally funded research grant, I've devised an intricate system for subtly jacking yourself up to her stature. All right. 1. Secure high ground. Scout date locations ahead of time, identifying the tallest things to stand on, like a curb or a desk. If necessary, conceal apple boxes and raked platforms in strategic places. Behind a couch is always a good one. This eliminates the need for yesteryear's demeaning platform shoes. Number 2, force a new perspective. Always try to walk in front of and slightly below your date. From an onlooker's viewpoint, this will make you appear to be walking side by side and in roughly the same height. Most likely, her gait is longer than yours, so pick up the pace. Also, whenever possible, gift her with oversized props and accessories to make her appear more diminutive from afar. In the same vein, you could walk with a very small dog. And number 3, wear a top hat. Think about it. And that's it. This is sort of an ongoing project. Oh, if you guys can think of any others or ways this relates to hydrogen-powered cars, please email me at barneystinson@yahoo.com. I need to present this in Washington next week. Thanks. And that, folks, was Barney's blog for this week.
A nice, short, simple blog.
Yeah. Yes, taller than you chicks, John. How do you feel about that? Yeah.
I'm not a height guy. Like, I don't.
You ever been? I mean, you're decently tall. You ever been with a girl taller than you?
No.
All right.
I mean, it takes a lot for. I mean, I stand 6'1" most of the time, so it's hard to find a girl who's taller than me usually. Yeah. Usually, I mean, I've met a couple girls who were taller than me, but never dated one.
That's true. I mean, one of our good friends is taller than both of us.
True statement.
You know, so I've never been with a girl that was taller than me. I mean, I'm only 5'10". Like I'm pretty average height, I think. You know, but yeah. So there it is, folks. That was this episode of Last Call at McLaren's, season 3, episode 10. The Yips. The Yips come back later on.
They do.
You know, so keep an eye out for that. So
keep it open.
Unless you got something else that you'd like to say to these fine folks out here, John, why don't you let them know where they can find you?
I mean, listen, simple. Same places all the time. Jump on over at Twitter. Find me at Simply Saying J1. It's right here. If you can't see it, it's just Saying J1 on Twitter. It corresponds with my blog, my podcast. You can find me on Facebook at JJohnMade. I mean, I'm open to people. Find me. Find me! Open.
He is open like a fine wine airing out.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
I think so. I think you get better with age. I don't know. You get grayer, but I think you also get better.
Nice thing you said to me today.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You can go check last episode where I, encourage people to hit him up on Twitter and tell him how dumb he was.
Yeah.
Roasted. But you can find me on Twitter at movieblog Merc. That is the Twitter page for my site, Merc with Movie Blog. If you are watching this on YouTube, you are watching it on the Merc with the Movie Blog YouTube channel. So be sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click that little bell, wherever that fucker is, up on the screen. If you are listening on a podcast form, if that's what you would prefer to do, you can always hit us up on anchor.fm/last call HIMYM. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a voice message? We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we can play it on air and talk about whatever it is. And if you prefer things like Apple or Spotify, go ahead and do those. On Apple, you can leave us a 5-star review, and we'll read it out on air as well. And hit us up on Twitter, of course, at Last Call, HIMYM. Same for Instagram as well. So be sure to hit us up at Last Call, HIMYM, on all those socials and whatnots. But yeah, I think that's all I got for him, man. What do you got?
Listen, people, I'm going to tell you this one time, and every time, you don't have to go home, but you cannot listen here.
All right, folks. Catch you next time.